welcome back to Tea and Toys. I know I don't usually do the boxes, but because this was the Haslab Victory Saber, I can't not do the box this time around because it's a bit spectacular looking. Came in a very unassuming brown mailer, surrounded by this beautiful artwork here. Spin it around, pictures of each of the toys on the side and each of the components for Star Sabre. And a picture of the action figure on the back. That slides off. And you can actually turn this inside out as well if you want to display it, the box this way around. And then this is the box. This is what you get. You get like a little poster, very reminiscent of old videotapes artwork. That's the kind of thing I'm getting vibe from this. Nothing on the back. Then you get a tray formation, so you get the some of the extra bits that you'd get also. So the stand, the shield, blast effects, the two guns and stand pieces that can come out like so, and in that you get a rather big fat booklet. Looks like you get some stickers. Never a fan of putting on stickers on things. Can't say I'm happy with that. And then in the box you get your two figures. And here we have the latest Haslab figures outside of the box. So Star Sabre out of this box, Victory Leo, Fire and Holi. So yeah, it is a 4-pack. These two are the last announced from the extended tiers and whatnot from the Haslab. And as of this video, the other two from their set of 4 Micromasters, I can't remember their names, the Ambulance and the Seaboat, are available with Death Saris. So we will be getting a full set of this original Japanese team which appeared in the show. Again, they were slightly different from their Western counterparts, but no less transformed characters, all the same. They are their own entities. And well, let's just have a quick comparison before we get into the nitty gritty, because there's quite a lot to cover here. So let's have a quick comparison with some of the other Autobot leaders. So we've got Rodimus Prime and Optimus Prime. You can see big old Star Sabre here stands quite a bit taller, but it's all deceptions. The real Star Sabre is a little brain component in there. Now, I personally, you know me, I don't particularly love the Headmaster's gimmick. I don't really see the point in the Brainmaster's gimmick. Even having watched the series, I'm like, well, what's the point in that gimmick? Absolute rubbish gimmick. Because they're never in that small mode in the show. It's just the footage of them connecting to the middle robot and then him connecting to this bigger, chunky armour. I just thought a bit pointless and not really necessary. But there we are, that's the leaders together. I don't have a Jinray or Power Master Optimus Prime, the latest one, or Diatlas. So these are the 3 that I've got. Well, that's them compared. Let's get a baddie out as well. Galvatron. And Galvatron's actually, he stands quite well next to him. This guy's a big block of armour going on, so I think Galvatron could take him. But it's not their video. Let's get a look at these guys. So much stuff came with them. One of the extended tiers was this shield, and I'm glad it came with it because it's just one of those things completely missing without the shield, and you actually do have to put this together. You've got these 2 bits and you sort of clip it together, and it can be clipped on his arm like so, on these pegs here. I'm just pulling it off all apart here right now, trying to show you. Like that. And you can hold it on his arm, battling like that as well. And it also attaches with an easy base mode. Comes with a smaller rifle and sword hilt and the blade, which I do like this. This was a great idea. You can slot the blade in either one of the legs here in this little hole. It can be slid out quite easily. Again, put together. So you've got the saber for Victory Sabre. I believe the blade goes in like this, like so. Clips in quite easily, quite sturdy, I believe. And you can have him wielding the saber like so. I'll get into his articulation as well. So let's pull the accessories off. And we'll switch over to Victory Leo here. Again, this guy in the series is the new body for Jinray or Ginray. Perceptor, Wheeljack, and Minerva rebuild the... Is he dying or dead? I guess it depends on which version you've watched. But yeah, They rebuild Ginray into this guy. And you know how I feel about that? I cannot stand it when they turn one character into another character. Just kill off that character and then introduce a new character in a different way. It just bugs me. I'll happily accept it for the sake of story in regards to Transformers the movie. But outside that, no. Stop doing it, Transformers. It really annoys me. And he comes with, well, you can have him hold each weapons and all the weapons. You can detach these guns here as well. They do that thing where they split the Autobot logo apart, so annoyingly that doesn't look flush. It looks a bit offset, which is a bit annoying, but it's one of those things. You know, I'm not going to complain too much about that. Lovely ratchet joints. That's a good noise. That is a good noise. But you get a whole range of motion with him, and you can fold out the wings so they're nice and big as well if you wanted them to. Move the head side to side. Legs can't go all the way back because of this section here. Oh, actually, you could fold it up if you want to. Okay, they can fold back. Like so. Good motion the arms. You can put the wings back a little bit. Or if you want to pull them up and have the wings out like that, you can. So you can swing them back round. It depends how you want him to be displayed, with wings out or wings back like that. But for me, I have to have them wings flat because of limited space on the shelf. And then a bigger guy. Now, there's a lot more to cover with Star Sabre here, and it barely fits in this camera. But this is as big as the desk as I can get it. I've had to move the monitor and everything. These bits I felt were a little bit loose, but that might be helpful in transforming him. Again, a lot of motion on this guy. Now, when I got him out of the box, to be fair, this bit did ping off a bit too easily. It has stayed on, and it was easily reattached, but it's one of the things. Spend 160 odd quid or whatever it was. I don't really want things like that falling off at the first hurdle. Yeah, he does stand up very well. Very happy with this, how he's turned out. Get a close up of the head like that. You can see the little head underneath there. Yeah, nice big chunky armor, very much reminiscent of a classic Ultra Magnus, where you get like a little Optimus Prime and he sort of builds up around this armor. But you know me, Ultra Magnus is an all-in-one transformation. None of this Animus, Dynamus, Minimus guy from the IDW stuff. No way. Big, bulky, just one solid robot for me, Ultra Magnus. That's kind of how I'd like to see this guy as well. Personally, the little guy in the middle. He's never the little guy in the middle. Only like a handful of times does he ever really need to be the little guy. But then he just sort of goes, and he tends to be in this mode most of the time anyway. So when people think of Star Sabre, this is him, not the little guy, which is based inside. Next up, the more questionable alt modes. Yes, Victory Leo. His lump with wings and guns. If I'm honest, there's nothing much to say about this. It is an ugly mode. It's not even a convincing space jet mode. It's just not very good. As a lion, yeah, futuristic space lion, fine. As a robot guy, perfect. Combined form, even better. But this is just something you can clump all the bits to if you don't want him to be a lion or a robot or feet in a backpack. So yeah, that's that mode. Yeah, there's never been anything exciting about this. The original wasn't very good in this mode, and neither was the Realm Masters one. It is what it is. It's another mode you can have him in if you want. And then you've got the base mode when it comes to Star Sabre. And straight off the bat, this will come away straight away. Now it is designed to peg into here, but it's kind of a nightmare to get it in. I think I would have preferred it if you could sort of ping out some of these type pegs in here, so you can connect it properly so it's nice and firm. Whereas if you have it, it will just keep pinging off. You move it, it pings off, pings off, pings off, pings off. But you can have your little Star Sabre at the back there, using it as a battle platform if you wanted. But you have to be just keep flying off there. So yeah, these are the more questionable modes. The base mode, it's a neat thing, right? Ultimately, yes, it's a collectible, but it is still a toy, so it is designed for, you know, kids to play with it. Not that anybody that bought it would want their kids to play with it, but that's by the by. So yeah, it can be a really exciting toy. So if you want it to be a weird space thing, you can do it. If you want a base thing going on here, you can do that as well. Now, as we've got him in robot mode, little robot mode at long last. Let's compare him with some of the other guys. So I've still got Rodimus Prime out. You can see how much smaller this section is compared to the big combined mode. And then we've got those that built Victory Leo. Let's get Rodimus out of the way. Decepti. He's quite big. Like, they're all about the same height in the episode. In the episodes, they're in about 5 episodes each. I think Wheeljack's in the one that's appearing all 5. And they are. So there's the 3 that rebuild Ginray into Space Lion guy. Yeah, that's quite neat to get those 3 out, because they appear in Victory and they belong. They're a part of the lore. Yeah, he's quite neat, and he's quite a bit of articulation on this guy as well. He's actually quite a fun little transformation to get him out there. And I don't know whether I want to have him displayed like this at some point, because yeah, it's a bit of fun. And inside here is something that is not meant to ping off, so don't do that. Be careful with it. Is the Brain Master. You should be able to just pull him right out like that. And here we have the Brain Master. The Brain Master. There are 4 other Brain Masters. I believe it's 4 or 3. Might be actually, no, it's 3. And there he is. Little teeny tiny Brain Master there. One of the smallest transforms we've seen. Like I said before, I don't really get the gimmick of Brain Masters and how different they are to Headmasters. Yeah, it's like I said, it's nothing that they particularly do much in the show. It's literally just for the transformation. You just see it goes and it becomes this robot, and then this robot, or is that robot. You never see him walking around as this little dude. Now we've got this little dude out. Let's get a Titan Master out to compare him. And the closest is Full Tilt at this point in time. So let's pull. I think was he called Necro or something? Off like that. There he is. And you can see how much bigger a Titan Master is to the Brain Master. Now these are small, these are teeny tiny, but this is absolutely minute. So let's get Titan Master and a Micro Master. That is transformed. So we've got countdown here. So this is a Micro Master. So you've seen the other 2, Holi and Fire, in their rump modes next to him. But there we are. There's countdown. Necro and the Brain Master. The face is not painted, but you can understand that it's a teeny tiny thing. And just to be fair, that's quite cool. They've actually made it articulated. You can actually have him posed if you really want to. But let's face it, this guy is 99.999% of the time going to be ahead inside this guy. But there's one extra thing you can do with this. You can also be a pilot for when this mode is in its mini jet mode. And here we have Star Sabre in his mini jet mode. I actually quite like this. This is really cool. And like I said before, like, he's going to be in rump mode 99% of the time. But it is quite cool. There's a nice gimmick that you can have the Brain Master as the pilot for the jet. And what I will say is, it is a genuine shame that it is an exclusive the way it is, because to be fair, this is a bloody fun toy for a kid, and it's a shame that most of these won't get played with by children. They'll be a lot of them locked away in their boxes or stuck on shelves like mine. So yeah, they'll never get the play from children, just big kids like myself. But there he is in the little jet mode, looking quite cool. And here they all are in their vehicle modes. Yes, still got this ugly thing here. You can use this big gun here and clip it on this side, but it just sort of takes away little things. And obviously you've got the 2 little guys in their car modes as well here. Fire engine, police car. And the hair's quite chunky like that. It's nice and solid. This keeps together nicely. The shield clips on nicely. I guess my one gripe is that you can't turn the armor head as a gun turret around, so you can have it like going, flying through the space and blatting Decepticons around. You can like move up and down like because it's a head, and you can move like these round like that, but you can't sort of swivel it, pan it round, which is a shame. So you can't have it as a gun turret. these things can switch around here. Again, it makes me always want to think I'd like to have 2 of these so I can have it look asymmetrical with these 2 guns on there, because otherwise you're putting on this great big thing here. Ugh. Like so. So move that up like that, and then you have that clipped in there like that. But it just doesn't look very good like that, because you've got a great big gun there and a little gun there. I would prefer either 2 big guns or 2 little guns on there together. And if I'd ever to display it like this, I'd have it with the wings out like that, so you can see the Autobot logos all on show from that mini jet mode. You can see still got the old little pilot guy in there as well. And yeah, this is a big nonsense vehicle mode, complete nonsense. But this for me works. This looks tidy. It looks like a futuristic space jet, and it's just all in all a good mode. From the bottom it looks like nothing, but the top is pretty cool. I do think that, and I'm glad the shield made it, because without the shield it just doesn't look as good. You can, of course, you can see the little boosters back here, but the shield for me, it does just complete that top piece there, and it makes it a nice one big solid looking transformer. Well, we've got them both in their jet mode, so let's clip them together and make the big huge space jet mode. Oh, getting through this video slowly but surely, but there he is, combined in dual vehicle mode. Trying to get it on the camera here, near impossible. That's the best angle I can get. Again from the bottom, not all that, but from the top it does look pretty cool, and they clip in together quite well. To be fair, there's plenty of pegs where they can clip in. So there we are, that's all that combined. You can stick on your MicroMasters on there, yeah, your MicroMasters on there if you want as well. Oh, well, we're getting through it slowly but surely. This is Victory Leo in his Lion mode. Now again, he's a space lion with lots of guns all over him. But the cool thing here, you can strip it down so you don't have to have all the guns on if you don't want them on there. Peel them off. You can stick them in different locations, so they're a bit more hidden away. At the back here, of course, it does still look like it's got 2 great big guns, so it's a bit more of a lion look. And not exactly the best robot in disguise, this one. What I would have preferred, and this is a genuine design niggle that I have anyway, is there's no way to completely fold down the wings so he can be a lion. Otherwise he's just a space lion with wings, which, to be fair, that's what he's designed and meant to be. It just would have been nice if they could actually try and incorporate the robots in disguise gimmick, which is kind of a big thing for Transformers. That's by the by. Articulation wise, to be expected from a beast mode, from not a jet to a robot. It's okay, but it is his best alt mode, like that space jet thing. In the bin. And these are both their key alt modes. Like, if I was ever to display them alt mode wise, 100% the Lion and the space jet, not the base. There they are, together in their alt modes. Quite good here, the jaw is hinged like that. Now, one thing I did notice on my one is that the nose pops off quite easily, so be careful of that not going missing when you're sort of transforming it around. That's one thing to look out for. I guess it's designed to ping off. It's not sort of, they're not attempted to glue it on there. It's just something that can come off. I don't know if that's a part of something else that it goes with. Somebody can point out, then please do. Well, there we are. Okay, let's get all these guys combined. And here we are at long last, the combined mode of Victory Leo and Star Sabre. Yes, Victory Sabre is literally just Star Sabre with Victory Leo shoes and a backpack. See, the issue I have with this combined mode is a lot of people love this. A lot of people love this combined mode, from the original toy, the Robot Masters toy, and even this one, and a lot of the other, like the mini Pla type combiner kit things. I just think it's just Star Sabre with the shoes and a backpack. It's not the same as, maybe a bad comparison when looking at Menasor, where you get an entirely different torso piece with arms and legs, and you get this completely different robot combined, whereas this is just like shoes and a backpack. But yeah, you know, in all fairness, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's the best. I prefer them to be displayed as two separate entities, and that's exactly what they will be. But one cool thing is you can attach everything you get in the box. You could even attach these guys if you wanted to, because there's plenty of pegs with their pegs as well. So if you really want to attach everybody on there, you can. You really can. And there's a peg there as well. So yeah, you can get everything attached in. Sword, both the guns. You can have both the guns if you wanted to. The shield, and these little cannons up here as well. Yeah, he's a big old bot, and I'm happy to have him back in the collection. I used to have the Robot Masters one, absolutely adored those two figures, but this is just a step up from that toy. And now we've got Victory Leo combined. No, we haven't. We've got Victory Sabre combined. This is the next biggest toy, about the same or similar height to this combined mode, and we have Jetfire here. Look at that. Jetfire is still hulkingly huge. Maybe a bit too big for me. I just thought he was too big in the series anyway. Like the toys, we got, oh well, the toy was big, but then so was Shockwave's toy, but he was displayed as being small in the cartoon, whereas they made this guy gigantic. But that's by the by. So yeah, that's the next biggest and best comparison I can get with Victory Sabre here. Yeah, look at that, it's huge. It's just how big that guy is together. Look how straight he looks. I need to get him better displayed on the shelf. Right, get you out of the way for a minute. I'll try and bring this guy in a bit closer, but I don't have much space. I'll just have a bit of a spin. And you can have him in different poses. You know, you're not restricted. One thing I will notice, the sword does ping off a lot. Kind of annoying. So let's just leave that out for now. But you can have him in a good few different poses and stuff. You don't have to have him sort of restricted into that stand-up pose. There's things you can do with him. And he does tend to hold his place with those nice big ratchets that you can hear clinking and clanking. Love it. Absolutely love that. So yeah, as a combined mode, not the biggest fan, but that's from a fan's perspective. But as a toy, yes, it does work, and it does look good. Well, what do you think? Don't forget to love, like, subscribe, and see you guys and girls in the next video.